Hi guys. This is my first live on YouTube. I was bored. I want to cook something. I want to make some food. So I figured get on live, and do a cook up. I have nothing to do today. I've done everything I need to do. So I figured why not? Yallah. First things first. Do a little chopping. Okay. What I do. I bought that capsicums. So what do you want to ask me? Ask me some questions if he's want. And we'll go from there. I'm doing a little stir fry while I talk to you guys. I figured, why not go live while I'm cooking? I normally don't go live on YouTube. Normally I go live on TikTok. But I thought, fuck it, why not? Why not? I guess so. But he's gonna ask me. He's gonna ask me whatever he's like. And this is not a podcast or anything today. This is just me bored, chopping some chilies up and capsicum, some onions, mushrooms, olives. I wonder if this is chili. Oh, oh, sharp. Oh, yeah. Wonder if it's chili or not. That's fucking chili. It's not too much chili, but it's like you can taste it. Put a bit more. I love chili flavor. Probably a bit too much, but I don't know why it's like chili. I had a good day today. I went and looked at a couple motorcycles I'm thinking about buying. I'm only buying one, but I looked at a couple. Said I might come back tomorrow. I think they'll be annoyed too. They're like, "Oh, mate, we're not a shop, you know. Can't just can't just come in as you please." I'm like, "Yeah, calm down, bro. Calm down. You want to see if I can bike or not?" Yeah, that's that. Put that in the bin. Also, I want to start training. I'm going to start training tomorrow. If you wonder who taught me how to cook, as you probably know, that I taught myself in prison. Back in my day, we could get mushrooms and sujuk, and that's sujuk, and we could get onions and had a rice cooker. Talking about a long time ago. I'm 41 years of age, turning 42 in January. I spent a decade in prison, and I used to cook up in the cell when I was bored. And I'll do exactly like as I'm doing right now, but I just would have no one watching me, just be on my own. Occasionally have a cellmate, have a cellmate, chop these up a little bit. They're a bit too big for my liking. I don't really like mushrooms, but they say it gives it a texture. Leave that for later. So yeah, you might not enjoy watching me cook, or you might think this what's if I do. But only time I'm relaxed is when I'm cooking, to be honest. And over the years, I've done a lot of cook ups. I've had to do a lot of roast. I've got some lobsters and some seafood platters and that. Hasn't always turned out the nicest, but see, everyone's been asking me, where have you been? I was in a relationship for the last year and a half. So when I'm in a relationship, I tend to, out of respect for the partner I'm with, not do as much social media. The social media is it's not my business. It's just entertainment. I have other businesses that I do that provides bread and butter. And this has always just been TikTok and that. Even though my TikTok made some good money, but it was never about money. It was just entertainment. Benefited out of making money and all that. So when I get a girlfriend, I'm fortunate enough not to be like these other guys on social media that have to make this a living and take up all their time. And like, I like to bring my son and speak to him for hours on the phone because he lives in a different country. Yes, different country. He lives in New Zealand. If you're wondering where. So what I was trying to say is that's why I haven't been on social media. 'Cause I've been busy with my love life. So what I do, I don't know how you do it, but I like to put a bit of lemon over the capsicums and onions. Sorry, the capsicums and the mushrooms and chili. Trying to get this out. I don't want put that in here. So when I do my sauces, the only time I'm ever calm is when I'm cooking, to be honest. And I like to I like to stay alone when I cook. I don't know why. I like to and I always use a sharp knife, sharpen it all the time. And everyone else might cook different to me. Everyone has their own way they cook. But I tend to enjoy taking my time and just I normally have music playing That's just like my therapy. It's just when I was in prison and I don't have nothing to do, I just cook. But I have a yarn with you about a few things while I'm cooking. And a lot of people have been messaging me about my opinion on the religion of Christians and Jews. And I point this out to you now. I do not hate Christians, and I don't hate every Jew because not every Jew is against us, believe it or not. There is Jews that aren't on the same page as their government. So we can't base. I tell you what I like to say to people. See how us Muslims say, please don't judge us on the actions of the terrorists around the world. So I tend to not judge Jews on the actions of their terrorist governments because not all Jews are bad. You know what I mean? Do I dislike the Jewish country? Yes, because of the government are very, very evil people. And I believe they just want our money, which is our land, and they want all the land for themselves. And I think BB has only one agenda on his mind. I think he just wants to stay out of jail, and he's killing everyone for that sake because he's a criminal. At the end of the day, even before these war crimes, he was robbing and stealing and murdering to stay in power. And I think he got to a point, and I'm not wrong because he done a stand down when he knew Hamas was coming. He done a stand down to his army. So that's how you know he doesn't care about his own people. That's why I have this opinion. I don't hate all Jewish people because they were slaughtered by their own government. They allowed Hamas to go in there and kill them all. So it shows you that the Jewish government we shouldn't base the Jewish peoples on the government's actions because the government are terrorists, and I don't think the Jewish people have the same beliefs as their government does. I think I genuinely believe that they are in a very, very awkward position, and I think they want BB gone too. They can't get rid of him, and I just think it's just based on corruption and all that. And I think Erica Kirk is a part of this terrorist regime. Her and her parents, and Donald Trump and all these idiots. I think they're a part of the regime. I don't know why Erica Kirk's parents are in on it. I don't know because I think it's just about money for them. But with Donald Trump and that, it's about staying out of prison because him and Bill Clinton, all of them, that Jeffrey's got a lot of dirt on him. So I believe that's that. That's where that all lays. And I believe the Israeli war and the Gaza is not going to stop. I know they said there's a peace treaty, but it's not going to stop. I promise you guys, the war's not going to end. Because if the war ends, what's her name goes to jail eventually, BB, and he's not going to allow that. And he's basically said to Trump, if I go to jail, you go to jail. Uh, so there's no truce. That's just all bullshit. Trust me, there's no truce going on. There's no truce going to happen. This is a very sharp knife. It's a butcher knife. So to be very careful when I'm cutting these onions, as it will cut me open. Oh shit! Oh shit! I don't know about you guys, but I always finish my cuttings and then I do my dishes and then I cook. So then it's easy at the end to clean up because I don't want to clean up after I've eaten. Too tired. So what I do, I do this, get everything ready, clean up. I go have a shower, and then if I don't go see family or see a friend, I just sometimes make myself a shisha and have a tea and watch documentaries and watch some Lebanese shows and just kick back on my own. I know you probably think this guy's weird, but he's never been in jail for decades. So when I was in prison, I was in a cell with nothing, and I was able to entertain myself. So imagine being free with cooking appliances, with mobiles, computers, can watch whatever I want. I I have fun just watching documentaries, and when you spend decades in prison doing nothing, this is all I don't need to go out and socialize. This is good enough for me because it's we come from two different worlds, myself and you guys that are watching me. You guys need people's around yous, and I don't. I honestly don't. And I always put everything on a plate like this, and then I'll move everything. We pack this up, and then you will see, I clean up some olives. You have to be generous with the olives and the olive sauce. 'Cause at the end of the day, it brings a nice flavor to the meal. So then I make my sauce. Clean this table up in a sec. So now I did all this. Okay, so I've done my lemon. What some of the sauces I use? Gonna get my herbs. Should I put some like that? Some salt. bit more. Open it up a little bit. See that? Some this one. Okay, so that's that. You probably are thinking, how do you use so many sources? But I promise you guys, you don't know what he's missing out on. He's got a corn like this, and I tell you what you do this. Instead of draining the out, you put it into that. Don't knock it until you try it. Do not knock this until you try it. You will fucking love it. I'm telling you. Asian boys in jail taught me this. You put a bit of warm water, a little bit of warm water. Yeah. Pack this up. 1 second. Pack that up. Don't need that anymore. Wash this all up. Uh, just doing all that. Now move all this over to the stove. So clean. Then you put it all like that. And then you clean up. And then it becomes easy. It becomes easier to enjoy your food. I use this one. I know some will say, "Oh, it leaves white marks. You're not supposed to use that." But I'm telling you, I learned all this from Asian boys in jail when we used to clean our benches. And they're like, "Bruh." And I used to say, "Well, he's not like that." And like, trust me. And then our rooms used to smell so nice. So now, with a little wipe down, and it's all clean. Then I put everything in the dishwasher. Empty. I've got an empty dishwasher out for previous dishes. And then put my new dishes in. I won't turn it on until fuck. I won't turn it on until all this is ready. And then we just wash everything together. I'm back in a sec, guys. I'm just actually, you know what? So it is hard living on my own, being a man, and have to do all this fucking cleaning. It does. It does do my head in. I won't fucking lie to you. But what could I do? I can't live like a grub until I find either a new girlfriend or I find someone to move in. You got to clean the house. You can't just fucking, oh yeah, I've got no girlfriend. I'm just gonna live like a grub. And I don't get cleaners that come because I can't work around their time frame. Like they'll message me, oh, we're coming now. I'm like, no, I'm not home. So I just figured, you know what, cool myself. I could do some fuck. Honestly, it's not even that hard. Takes me fucking 10 minutes of my time, 10 minutes of my time to clean. And at least the house is fucking clean. And that's why I like living in a smaller place. It made my life a lot easier than having that big fucking house I was living in when I was with Jenna. But she used to clean, so it was all right, to be honest. She was all right. She would clean the house always. Always. Won't lie. Even though she was a scumbag in every other fucking aspect. And with your knives, you need to learn to wash them yourself and dry them yourself. Don't put them. I'm talking about the good knives, like the butcher knife. Don't put them in the dishwasher because it ruins them. And now everything's done. I could sit and chat with you guys. Let me just wash my hands. So, so that's what it's like being a single man. I live in Parramatta. I live in a hotel room. It's a small hotel. That's my food there. I live in a small hotel, but I got my own furniture. People always ask, where do you live? So I live by the river. You can see the river just over there. And I live in the heart of Parramatta. And my house is small compared to what I normally live in, as you all know. But look at my son's photos. I always bring them. And that's where I do my podcast. And that's where I make love. The reason I'm showing you guys is because a lot of people message me like, oh, bro, where do you live these days? And I'll just tell everyone I just downgraded my lifestyle and just got rid of most of my cars, my bikes. It just lived to my means. There's no need for, no need to, I'm a man person. My son lives in New Zealand and it's just me. So I don't need a big house. I don't need fucking 5 cars. It was all just showing off. So I downgraded, got a small place, and I like living in a hotel, to be honest with you. It's you got like pools, spas, gyms, got all the restaurants downstairs. I can call concierge, tell them to bring me whatever I need up. So yeah, I am living in a small place, 2-bedroom place, but I'm happy. I haven't got all the unnecessary stuff that I used to have. I don't have anymore. The overheads, the expectations. Like I'm telling you, if you're out there and you've got $1 million tied up in cars and 3, 4 grand a week in fucking rents and car parks you got to pay and all this rubbish. But you can live in this country off 3 grand a week. I know you probably think how it's too expensive to live here. I used to think 2, 3 grand a week's impossible to live off. But you can live in this country not comfortably with 3,000 in your pocket, like in the green. After all your bills, after your rent's paid, your whatever you got going, child support, whatever you got going, and you're left with 3,000 to spend for food and clothes and just like if you want to go dinners, it's livable. You're not living the best. I'll point out you're not living luxurious, but you can live. You know what I mean? I do miss my old life in a sense. I can go buy whatever I want, spend 20, 30 grand a week, and who gives a fuck? But I'm no longer in that world. And I find comfort talking to you guys because on TikTok, when you're talking to other people, they can argue back. Here, it's just me and you guys in the comments. There's no one else coming in pissing me off. And I can tune out when I want and tune in when I want. I like it this way. So from now on, I'm always when I want to go live, I'm just going to get on YouTube. I'm not going to do this. I didn't care to get 30 views here. Yeah, on TikTok, I'll get massive views. On Instagram, I'll get massive views. But it's not what I want to do. I want to have a break from all that toxic yelling and screaming and arguing with people. And in there, no one meets up with you. Everyone knows where I am 24/7. I get a million threats online. Oh, we're going to do this to you. We're going to do that to you. Everyone knows where the fuck I am. You know, it's not, you don't need to air it all over social media. If someone wants to do something, come. I'm in Parramatta and Marylands all day. I fluctuate between Marylands and Parramatta all day. I'm not hard to find. I've got distinctive cars. I'm not hard to find. So I'm not going to do this going back and forth arguing with people online. You know, someone said to me a few weeks ago, they go, bro, what the fuck are you getting at arguing with people online? Because no one's meeting up with you. That no one's that stupid to put their face on a camera and make threats back and forth and go meet up and throw their life away. If anyone wants to do something, bro, you're not hiding. You're easy to find. Your number is open to the whole world. Your Instagram's not on private. Anyone can just message you direct. Hey, where are you? Let's meet up. So whoever's doing publicity stunts and using your name is just doing it for clout. I said, you're right, bro. He goes, 100%. He goes, someone's got a fucking problem, yeah. They can just message you on Instagram. Hey, send us your number. Let's meet up. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not doing this going back and forward anymore. It just gets you nowhere. If any cunt's got a fucking problem, I'm not hard to find. Send me a message. And that's what I was saying that. I'm just enjoying my life. I broke up with my missus and just focusing on my next move, whether I'm going to open another business or if I'm going to go overseas or if I'm going to, I don't know what I'm going to do. I might go on a fitness journey and try to get fit. Fuck, I got to do something. Boredom is taking over my life. That's why I get on here when I'm bored. Oh, can you talk in the comments? Very small amount of decent people on there. Hey, listen, there's 31 people here. Can one of you comment so I know that you can all comment to me or I can talk to you guys through their comments? Hope the long weekend was good. 3K a week, you can be solid. See if it podcast, brother. It's live, bro. Hey, Lincoln saying, oh, you can talk in here. Oh, yeah, then ask me questions. Go on. Ask me whatever you want. Yeah, it's live. I know it's live, but I didn't think you could. I could see people talking. I was thinking, where the fuck is that coming from? I just thought it was people. I don't know. So you can all come in here and have a chat. That's mad. Can you guys all share my YouTube on your TikTok platforms, on your Instagrams, Facebooks, and let everyone know that if they want to speak to me, then come talk to me on live on here. I'll get on every day at some point. If you want to put your notifications on so you know when I'm on. And then, yeah, I'll come and talk to you all. Yeah, I'm doing well. Thank you all for asking. Guys, I've been getting a lot of backlash from people overseas messaging me about the videos I've done about Charlie Kirk, and a lot of Christian people have been messaging me saying, bro, what did you mean by this? I want to tell you all something. As a Muslim, I find it very hard to stomach when I see Christian people defending Israelis when Israelis are killing Christians every day. Like they're blowing up churches, they're attacking them, they're sniping them. If you're in Israel and you're a Christian, you get treated very bad. I don't understand why you guys sympathize with them. And what are you sympathizing with them for when they're the perpetrators and they're the aggressors and they're the occupiers? I don't understand it. I know you guys don't like Muslims, but just remember this when I tell you this. Us Muslims treat you Christians better than the Jews treat you. In our religion, we have no hatred towards you guys. We respect Jesus. We love Jesus. Jesus, peace be upon him, is a prophet to us. But the Jews hate you guys. They think you guys are demons, and they say, listen what a Jew says. Go Google it and put it in a Google search, and the videos will come up. I watched the other day, these Jews say, Muslims are dearer to us than the Christians are. And he goes, but you see the Christians fighting for us like as if we care about them. So Charlie Kirk, right, is a Christian. He wasn't fighting for the Jews because of Christianity. He was fighting for the Jews because his wife is an Israeli agent. Her parents are in the cyber, up very high in the cyber. Patel, the FBI director's fiance, is a high up Israeli model. She's like a supermodel over there. She's very wealthy in that all that fucking social media stuff. These people are sticking up for the Israelis due to self-beneficial gains. Charlie wanted to be very wealthy and he wanted to be famous. And Erica said to him, we'll make you famous if you support our cause. And then Erica, you can see it's been a few weeks and she's taken over the podcast and she's saying, let's drive the word of Charlie regarding Israel's stance and how he was a 100% Israeli supporter. She's forgetting that the day he died, he done an interview and he said to the person, if I die, it's probably the Israelis. I'm very scared for my life, rah, rah. For the last 8 to 9 months, he's been going against the Israelis. They've been pulling all the donors have been pulling out. He got threatened numerous times over the last 8, 9 months. So it's clear as day that his wife is working with the Israelis because they got rid of him and she took the stance on no, he was never against the Israelis. It's all a lie. Even though his own words, he said, I'm not standing with the Israelis no more. I'm done. I'm bringing Candace Owens back. And and he didn't care about the Muslims. He just wants America to be great again, in his words, and he wants it to be run by the Americans and not governed and seen over by the Israelis. That was his agenda, but he's using the Gaza thing as an excuse to break away, saying, nah, under the humanitarian rights and rah rah. What he's doing is genocide and let's walk away. He had no problem with the genocide for the whole time. He just someone in powerful positions and got a lot of money also that are against him have said, um, against Israel have said, we want to take America back and you're going to do this around there. And they bought Charlie. I got a lot of calls coming through on my other phone. I need to get off. I'm going to get back on and finish this off later. I want to have a shower on that. I want to cook some dinner. I'll get back on and we'll do live. I love you all. I'll be back on soon. Share my live, subscribe, and this is where you'll see me live from now on.